Hello, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Depends on where you are joining from. Thanks for joining in early. I shall start the webinar in a couple of minutes. I do see people joining in at the moment. So please stay tuned. Thank you. Okay, I think we are on the dot of the time. Good morning again and good afternoon. Depends on where you are joining from. Thanks for joining Veeam webinar with the topic 7 reasons to move to the number one Microsoft 365 backup service. My name is Chikin Lo. I'm the Insight System Engineer at Veeam. Before I move into the today presentation, just have some housekeeping rules. All of you has been automatically muted upon entry into this webinar, but not to worry. If you have any question throughout my presentation or demo, please feel free to use the Q&A chat. I'm delighted to have one of my colleagues, Derek, who are helping in the background to answer all the Q&A during the session. So please feel free to utilize it. And of course, during every webinar, there will be questions asking about the slide and the recording. So yes, we will be posting and send you the recording together with the presentation of today. So just give about 1 to 2 days and do monitor your email mailbox. You will get a link to review back all this material which I am presenting today. So let's not delay. Let's move into today's webinar. Before I move into today's topic, I would just like to share with all the audience that about 2 billion plus files are being added into the Microsoft 365 environment every day. And a lot of that is being driven, not only driven, but increased with the AI generated content every day. So you see how many data are being added to it. That shows how the importance of backing up the Microsoft 365. Some other things to note is that 88% of the organizations are likely to move to utilize backup as a service solution, or we call it a BaaS, which I will cover the reason for them. This is the whole intention of today's webinar, and what the reason for them to move into this direction. Also to mention that 75% of enterprise customers will prioritize their backup of software as a service, SaaS applications such as Microsoft 365 or Salesforce. So if you are really protecting your Microsoft 365 or Salesforce data, then you're really on the forefront of those organizations. Lastly, 23% of organizations cited better protection of SaaS as something they would change. Maybe they are not comfortable how their data in SaaS are currently being protected. That's why Veeam Backup as a Service or BaaS, VDC Veeam Data Cloud came into the picture for today's. These are some of the benefits using Veeam Backup as a service for Microsoft 365. Simple data protection where you do not need to purchase any hardware or deployment at all. That's the first of it. And quick and easy to set up this solution because you do not require to purchase any hardware, and this product is actually tailored for Microsoft 365. The advantage of this is we provide unlimited storage, so you save your time and the money in order to do this deployment. As for this product, Veeam cover all the maintenance and security for you as well. So you don't even not even need to worry about compliance and governance because everything is inclusive inside this product as well. So these are some of the benefit of the Microsoft 365 backup as a service solution offered by Veeam. Next, we are going to switch gear into the LAN. I think many organizations which are already thinking backup as a service solution or leveraging backup as a service solution. How does Veeam Data Cloud stack up, and what are the difference maker when it comes to leveraging a backup service with them? I think that's what our audience are interesting to know in joining today's webinar. Number one is the most trusted industry-leading technology. This is the first reason for it. I don't think we can talk about our Microsoft 365 backup or Veeam Data Cloud, in short VDC, for Microsoft 365 without mentioning that it is really the most trusted backup solution in the market for Microsoft 365. Veeam are the leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant, IDC market leader, more user protected than any other vendor in the market. We have so far 23.5 million plus user protected. Definitely the most trusted and also our key Microsoft partnership with Veeam. The second reason is the backup and recovery easy and flexible, like customized backup as often as backing up to 3 times daily. Flexible retention depend on your organization compliances. You can also perform granular recovery at the file level, cross-user, or even to alternate location and via the self-service restoration vendor by the end user themselves. We also cover the disaster recovery when we have the integration with Microsoft Backup Storage, which we'll cover in the coming slide. So for the third reason, we got to mention the Veeam integration with Microsoft 365 Backup Storage. I know that there are still many companies, in fact, not aware that Microsoft themselves came up with their own backup service, which we integrated together with Veeam. There are 6 vendors in the market that chosen by Microsoft, and Veeam are one of them. Some of the vendors have offered their service in their product, and Veeam was definitely the first to integrate it with Microsoft 365 Backup Storage. This offer gives us a true advantage in terms of DR, really up-leveling the DR scenario. What Veeam are doing is embedding Microsoft Backup Solution or Microsoft 365 Backup Storage inside our Veeam Data Cloud. You can see this visually described at the bottom left of the screen, and we call it Veeam Data Cloud Express. The Express capability gives customer the fast backup and restore capability. On the right side of the screen, it is the product that Veeam had in the market for some time and rebranded to be the name of Veeam Data Cloud Flex. This is the existing backup service that grow rapidly right now. We have a lot of customers taking advantage of the flexible and granular restore capabilities. All of the customizable backup options, support for Microsoft Teams, which is especially in the Flex package, and a few other components that really round out the great feature set to be able to take advantage of in your environment. The decision is really up to our customer whether they want the express capability or the flex capabilities, or is there actually a use case where a customer need both. From Veeam perspective, we believe that this gives our customer the best of both worlds. Customer get the speed and scales come through Express. Customer also get the control and flexibility that comes with Flex when you think about all of the use case that can hit your Microsoft 365 data. Customer can have some data loss vulnerability and they just want to go in and get one thing to restore the backup. Then when customer have the kind of disaster recovery scenario of massive bulk store needed or cyber attack where customer need something like Express, This is really a balance of speed and scale to meet control and flexibility that we expect to be the future of Microsoft 365 backup. To add on to the capability of Veeam Data Cloud with Microsoft 365 backup, or we call it the Express, Veeam customers are going to get lightning fast backup recovery capability, especially for Exchange, SharePoint, and OneDrive that customer had never seen before. So again, for your information, this Express does not cover Microsoft Teams. Yeah. So large deployment of being able to back up in hours and days instead of weeks and months. We will be getting this capability with Microsoft 365 backup storage, the ability to back up fast and also give the ability to restore fast or perform bulk restore at scale, and you get increased resilience to ransomware. Currently, if you have trouble getting large amount of data backup at scale, it will be difficult to handle a ransomware attack if you have to wait weeks or months to get back your data. Now, with the ability to perform bulk restore at scale, you get that capability to be resilient ransomware attack, and that based on this new API from Microsoft, we are not going to be having any throttling issue. A lot customer had throttling through the traditional way of backup to backing up the business data. And just to give you guys a more some statistic on this, for the speed of this Express, it can go up to 1 to 2 tera. It's 2 to 5 tera per hour. Whereas you compare to Flex, it will go up to 1 to 2 tera per day. So you see how fast is it with the Express edition of this backup. So BaaS search capability is the number 4 reason for choosing Veeam Data Cloud for Microsoft 365. The rock star of any backup solution, of course, is the backup and restore, but sometimes search is really the underrated capabilities, and especially with Veeam, we have a very powerful search compared to a lot of other solutions in the market. And if you are current Veeam customer looking to switch from software to service, you get the same powerful search capability, the central search across all user specific applications using the Explorer without having to open new applications, or everything is within the one user interface. You also have the ability to search, use the advanced search criteria and advanced layering for it from the user interface as well. Moving to the next is the data integrity. I can't say with complete confidence that organizations really know the true value of being able to store Microsoft 365 data in the exact storage region of their choice. We allow our customer to choose where they wish to store their data. This built on the strength of our Microsoft partnership. Our VDC infra is built on Microsoft region around the world that is going to be take a lot of the compliance boxes. This allows our customer to choose where your data need to reside, either by choice due to regulatory compliances. So it's up to our customer to choose on that, where do you want your data to be stored if you were to backing up with Veeam Data Cloud. So I can't mention Veeam Data Cloud without self-service portal capabilities, and this is certainly a strength that we have. The true benefit of having users to restore their own data by offering up users the ability to self-service recover their own data in OneDrive or email. This is so powerful from optimizing your IT kind of standpoint, but it's also important that admin can still audit what the user had been restored. There is a complete audit trail as well. It's not all lost in terms of you don't know what's happening between your environment because it's completely monitored. And you have the ability to empower your user to recover their own data. This is an optional feature within Microsoft 365 with Veeam Data Cloud Backup. Okay, we are getting towards the end of our 7 benefit. Cost obviously is an important factor when leveraging any backup solution, to be frank. The way Veeam had structured Veeam Data Cloud and packaged it with the different options available really puts control in the driver's seat for so many organizations. For Veeam Data Cloud cost, everything is included with simple licensing structure by the users. There's no bill shock for this product. Our license are based on the number of users. Customer can choose on the multiple option plan, whether it's the flex, abstract, or both, which we name it as premium, like I show you in those previous slide. This is giving user choice around how Veeam can bundle things together. Okay, I think it's worth adding another bonus benefit for this webinar uh, participant, which is the exit strategy. We often get this question from our customer as well. Veeam will never keep your data hostage. You can avoid vendor lock-in. Veeam are very confident able to offer our customer the ability to keep the data, because obviously it is our customer data, so it is our customer responsibility. You know, the shared responsibility model by Microsoft. We want to help our customer to meet the true share responsibility model by truly owning their data. That means that if the contracts expired, customer will still be able to access the backup data completely free of charge, as Veeam offer the ability to leverage the using Veeam Community Editions license. Okay, let's not further delay. Let's move to the demo to show you about this product. Let me switch my screen. So before I move into the dashboard, I just want to show you guys that for this product, like I mentioned, the 8 benefit of switching to Veeam Data Cloud for Microsoft 365. So you do not need to deploy anything. You just need a browser, and it's a simple onboarding process with Veeam. Once you have subscribed with Veeam, you will be given a URL. And in terms of the security or authentication, we are actually utilizing Microsoft infrastructure as well. So this is a sample of the URL that you will be getting if you subscribe to Veeam, and you will be logging into and authenticating using Microsoft feature as well. So once you have logged in, this is the main dashboard of the Veeam Data Cloud for Microsoft 365. Of course, you need to have backup completed, then only you will see the statistic. Let me just briefly walk you through the features of this product. The first column here, it will be showing you your backup status and what is your last backup and whether it's successful or not, and then how many restore point that you have. By default, this backup will run once per day. So if you'll be running for 30 days, you will have 30 restore point. But you have the requirement, if you have that requirement to run multiple times per day, we can go as low as every 4 hours, which means that you can have 6 backup per day if you have that requirement to do so. And then you can also view the storage usage on a monthly basis based on the chart here as well. Of course, when we authenticate to your Microsoft 365 tenant, so we were able to know how many users are there and how many are protected with Veeam Data Cloud. This show you the statistic as well. And as for the retention for this product, by default, we provide with the retention of 7 years. So you can know when is the oldest restore point for your backup as well. Of course, we will be able to know how many licenses that you have with Microsoft as well, because we already authenticate to your Microsoft 365 tenant, and then how many are inactive as well. For this product, we will only be able to back up those users with active Microsoft license. Inactive license, we are unable to back up for your informations. The next column is showing you how many license that you purchased with Veeam. So how many users that you wanted to protect, you need to tally with the number of license that you want with Veeam. And the final column here is just showing you what are the storage usage and who are the top 5 users who uses the storage for the backup. This again for your information, because the storage is actually covered by Veeam for this product as well. Moving to the center of the screen, these are the Explorer when it comes to recovery. So on the left hand side here, you will see the similar shortcut key for it as well, in case you switch to another screen. So you will be able to perform any recovery using any of these Explorer as well. And the last part or the bottom of the dashboard, this is the user's activity or the audit trail, which I mentioned just now. Whichever user that you have granted them access into this portal, and what are the permissions that they have, we can all control using the role-based access control. Everything will be listed down here. Whatever they have done will be listed down here. So this is how we are able to monitor all the user who is accessing this dashboard. So next, I move on into how easy for you to create a backup job. So go under the backup policy. For my editions, which is our demo environment, this is actually my premium edition. That's why you can see I have the Flex backup as well as the Express backup, because the premium is the combination of the Flex and the Express. So if you just purchase the Flex, you will just able to create a Flex job, or if you just purchase the Express, you will only see the Express job. So again, my edition here is actually a premium, so I will be able to create both the policy type as well. The Flex, which is the normal by Veeam, and then the Express one, which is the one utilizing the Microsoft backup storage, which you have able to achieve the very high speed backup and restore as well. So in order for me to create a backup job, I go to the new policy. You see here, if I have a premium edition, I will be able to choose whether I want to create an Express job or a Flex job. Just to mention again, the Express only cover 3 components or 3 objects: SharePoint, OneDrive, and Outlook or emails. Whereas the Flex, we are able to cover the Teams as well. So for the purpose of this demo, I will go with the Flex. So just give a name to the policy of it. Maybe I just want Outlook, for example. And then the policy description, just maybe for HR email, just for an example. Because we cover the storage as well for you. So each of the customer, you will be allocated a storage, and it depends on the region that you want to store your backup data. And this can be changed while engaging the support team, and then they will be able to create the storage region for you. Next, you can choose to back up the entire organization or just custom the number of users that you want. It all depends on the number of users that you wanted to back up. But if you choose the entire organization, make sure you have sufficient license for it. So I'll just go with the custom way. So here you can choose the number of the user, or who are the users that you wanted to back up. Because I already authenticate to your Microsoft 365 tenant, so I'm able to view all the users, whether it's active or inactive in the Microsoft environment. So I'm going to choose 2 of the user, for example. Then you have the option here whether you want to back up their mailbox, their archive mailbox, their OneDrive, and their personal SharePoint site. But if for this job, I just want to back up for Outlook, so I will untick it. It's a very optional, or you can customize for you whether you want a job to back up everything, or you just want a single job which is just to back up mailbox, or another job just to back up OneDrive. Up to you, how do you want to do that? And of course, if I were to add in SharePoint site into this job, so I'll go under the SharePoint site. I will be able to view all the SharePoint site created under this Microsoft 365 tenant. For example, I will start, I will take the export example. So you see one SharePoint selected, and I'm able to select the teams because this is a Flex policy. Next, I'll create the backup job, and the backup will start immediately on the time that you have created. For example, this is the one, the Outlook. So I can start the backup now, or I can edit it, or I'll be able to delete it, right? because I have not run this backup job, so I'm not able to view anything. If I click on another backup job, which to backup the entire organization, on the bottom of it, you will see all the log for this backup job. And you want to view the details of it, just click on the eye of it. These are all the sessions or what the things that has been done during the backup. If there's any error or warning, everything will be listed here. Because you do not have access into the backup infrastructure environment, so what you can do, you can just log a case with Veeam, and the support team will get back to you and resolve the issue for you as well. So that's the beauty of this backup as a service solution, that which you do not require to manage the backup infrastructure as well. Again, just to add on for that, for those express, because it's actually utilizing the Microsoft backup storage, and it's actually running on the back end, so there's nothing can be viewed from the Veeam Data Cloud. But because it's very fast, and it's just like you taking up a snapshot, so nothing else can be viewed. It only can be viewed when you restore it. So that's the difference of the Flex and the Express. And if you need both, you will go for the premium edition. So for this product, we do have some simple reporting for it as well. So these are the 5 types of reporting that you can generate. You can generate ad hoc, or you can schedule it and send it to you on a daily or monthly basis as well. So you do not require to log in into this portal or dashboard in order to generate this the report for it. We do have a search option. As I mentioned just now, one of the 7 reasons why is the backup as a service solution useful. So you can search between the Outlook and the SharePoint, between this normal search, and OneDrive and Teams is coming soon. We are continuing to add in more features for this product. But for the advanced search, it's already available for all the 4 components that we are able to backup. So we can perform search on all of it, and you can use all these search criteria to search for the data that you want throughout the entire backup which you have. Once you got the result, you will be view the result from the bottom here. For example, if I click on the eye here, if you are looking for something which is not available, you will see empty stuff here. But if there is something there, let me just show you an example, something data. Wait, data. If there's some data, he will be shown here. Let me see, for example, see, I'm searching the word welcome on the specific backup data, and you will be able to view all of it from the entire backup, and you can choose to recover it. So if I were to want, I'll just select, for example, maybe one of it. So when it comes to recovery options, it's actually similar for all the 4 services. So you can recover back to the original location of it. If it's a mailbox, you go back to the mailbox. If it's a OneDrive, you go back to OneDrive. Similarly, you can go cross user as well. So you can restore an email back to another user. Alternatively, you can download it out as well. If you are the backup administrator, you can download the email out. Or if you have downloaded multiple email or even download the entire mailbox, you can download it in the background so that it will not freeze your screen. So these are the 4 recovery methods for all the 4 services that we are able to back up. This is a soft option. But if you know that you will just want to restore some document from OneDrive, and you know who are the user, you might not require to use the search option. So you can just go directly to that particular user. Of course, by default, he will go for the latest restore point. If you need the oldest restore point, yes, just go ahead and search for the restore point that you want. Because my backup run every 4 hours, so I have multiple restore point between the date. So you need to choose which are the restore point that you want, and then browse that particular user OneDrive again. Example, I just take Sasha Shang. So these are all the document which is I backup for the particular users on the 1st of January 2025. I can choose single file, or I can restore multiple file, and the restore option is similar. You can restore to the original location, restore to another user OneDrive, or you can even download out the file locally to your local machine. And of course, if you download a large document, we recommend you to download in the background as well. So this is our recovery options. As for the bulk restore, it's only available when you come to the Express edition or the Premium edition, because you will need to restore in bulk, right? Because for Express, I'm not able to restore a single document or a single file from a SharePoint. Let me just show you some example. If I go to the Outlook, if I will go for again this Jon Snow, I go for the inbox of this Jon Snow. Yep. So if I just select one mailbox, one email, I just select restore. You see, I have the option. This is the flex option where you can restore location, restore to another user mailbox, or download it mail. But if I choose the entire mailbox, and of course, I will have the backup for this particular user using the Express. When it comes to restore, I have the option to choose whether to use the Express or use the Flex. The Express is only it will recover the entire mailbox. You can use the Flex to do so, but it will be slower. But if you restore the entire mailbox using Flex, it'll be very fast based on the statistic of which I provide earlier. So that's the difference between the Flex and the Express. And next, there's some notification for you as well. If you were to downloading the report ad hoc, or if there's any activity running, or backup failure or restore failure, it will be shown under the notification part as well. As mentioned just now, there are certain roles that you can create because you want to give access in to those users, maybe to help just some, for example, certain organization, they have help desk just to be able to recover the data for the user. So you need to set the role and the permission for them. By default, the administrator will have the full rights, as you can see, and then you can create all those roles that sufficient or needed for your organization and grant them all those permission that you want for them when they access into this portal. And then you can add those users, invite them into this portal and grant them the access. For example, this Jon Snow, and when he logging into this portal, he is the administrator. But if I do not want him to give him an administrator, I can just give him the limited access, limited restore access, so that when he logging into this portal, he can only perform restore for certain apps. So like you can see, these are all the roles that you can create between the role settings and then assign it to all the users that you want to access into this portal. Next is the billing. Billing is just showing you the number of the license that you have purchased with Veeam, when is the expiry date of it, and then you can see the more details. Who are the users or uses those licenses, and what is it used to protect the services. Next, in the system is some of the setting which are already pre-configured for you. You might not need to do any changes to it unless you want to make some changes. For example, to enable the Express edition, so you need to enable the Microsoft backup storage, that you need to do that. And we have one powerful feature here, which is the under the access. This is the self-service portal. One of the reasons which you switch to Veeam Data Cloud is that if you just enable this option, all the end user that you are backing up their mailbox or Outlook, they will be able to log in into this portal, but they are not able to view the backup or perform any search or reporting. They can only restore back their own OneDrive and Outlook. So this is a self-service restore portal, enabling the self-service restore portal, where you are just taking the light or the load of the IT department, that you enable the user from logging into this portal and restoring their own data. And we do have some notification if you want to add in those notifications. For example, your IT team or the individual maybe some IT manager who want to receive those notifications for any backup failure or restore successful, you can add it in here as well. Under the setting, there's some organization information which has been filled in already during the onboarding, just to show you what is your organization details and then who are those primary contact person for this product when it comes to dealing with Veeam as well. Next in the list is the support. This is a backup as a service solution. So you might not have access into the backup infrastructure in case there is any configuration changes. I mean those on the back-end side. So you will need to contact the support team. So how you do that? You come here and open a support case. If there's any backup failure which you are unable to resolve it, maybe it's due to the backup infrastructure environment. So you need to log a case to Veeam, and Veeam will help you to troubleshoot and resolve the issue for you. For this product, we do have a user guide, or we call it the help center. So you can click on this web center, and he'll explain each and every features or any options that you can view on this dashboard. What is the usage of it as well? So we do have some knowledge base. Maybe there are certain issue that you can resolve it yourself because it's some configuration, some setting that need to be changed on your Microsoft 365 tenant environment, which Veeam doesn't have access to it. So you can check on this knowledge base and resolve the issue before logging a case to Veeam, or else Veeam support team will just point you back to the knowledge base to resolve the issue yourself. And if you want any someone from Veeam, maybe the account manager, to contact you, maybe you want to add in more licenses or some help needed, so you can contact your account manager by clicking the this button. And someone from Veeam who handle your account will get in touch with you. Each user have granted access into this portal will have a profile as well, and they can set some certain preference, which is actually a notification as well. So you can set notification whether on a group level or just a setting group mailbox, or if you just want those individual mailbox to receive it, that is the individual profile who receive the email when there is some backup computer failure or even the license changes. And this is the notification on the individual user level. And the last part you can see here, the current version of this product is 1.7.2. So as mentioned, this is a backup as a service solution. Everything is managed by Veeam for you. So you do not need to do any update or any patches of it. Veeam will manage for you. But in case you want to view what are the changes that have been added in or what we have resolved for you, again, you click on it, you will able to see what are the version, the release of it, and what has been done as well. And all those previous versions will be shown there as well. Again, this is just for your information because you do not need to do anything. Everything is managed by Veeam for you. That's the backup as a service solution, Veeam Data Cloud benefit as well. So in order to go back to the main dashboard, you can click on the dashboard or just simply click on Veeam logo. There you go. You will go back to the main dashboard to view all your statistics as well. Okay, I think that's all for the demo that I wanted to show you guys. Pretty simple and easy. You do not need any deployment. You can just start your backup in the next couple of minutes once you have performed the onboarding with Veeam. And of course, when during the onboarding, you will require the global admin to your Microsoft tenant to authenticate just for the first time. Let me just switch back to the slide. Okay, for those of you who want to know more details about each edition of this Veeam Data Cloud, as mentioned, we have Flex, Express, and Premium. So you can scan the QR code or click on the link when you can receive the material later, and you can get the plan comparison. What do you get with Flex, Express, or even Premium as well? So this is the plan comparison for it and all the features of it. And if you want a demo, you can scan the QR code to request for a demo. So our sales will get in touch with you and to arrange for a demo for this product as well. Next, we have a big event coming on. We call it Veeam On 2025 from April 21st to 23rd, and it will be in at San Diego and also online. So you can scan the QR code to register. It's entirely free if you were to join online. You will be able to have the conversation with some industry insider to get to know what Veeam is up to on a deeper level and what are the new things coming out. You will also learn how Veeam can continue to provide data resilience for your organization as Veeam have multiple products to protect all the workload on your organizations. Okay, I think that's all that I want to present and show for today. I see some questions coming in. Let me just have a look at it. I believe my colleague already answered most of it. Yep, yep. Thank you for my colleague Derek who already answered. So let's give another couple of minutes to see if there's any more questions coming in. Please use the Q&A chat box if there's any questions in regards to today's presentation that you would like to ask. Okay, let me just check out if there's any question we missed out. Okay, I do see some questions coming in. I'll just leave it on for another couple of minutes so that all the questions can be addressed. Okay, I see all the price. Sorry, all the question has been answered. Thanks, Derek, who is too busy doing the typing at the background. So if there's no further questions, thank you everyone for joining today's webinar. Hope to see you all again in the next webinar by Veeam. Thank you all and have a nice day.